Your checking account available balance is 12.
It still boggles my mind that I was able to manifest a sustainable income without a job. No, it didn't involve me winning the lottery, and I wasn't stealing from nobody, and I certainly didn't do anything strange for... But let me show you how I did do it. Check it out. I have 4 different stories that help me manifest every single penny. I'm only sharing it with you so you can do the very same. So check it out. So this first story actually takes place right in this vehicle that I'm filming in. This is my baby, by the way. The first story actually starts out by me spinning out on the freeway. Yeah, I did a whole... Actually, that was a 360 that I just did. I did a whole 180. There was no ice on the ground. It wasn't snowing. It wasn't even cold. I spun out on the freeway in the rain because my tires were bald. I had bald tires because my bank account was also bald. I was broke. So didn't tell anybody about it. I was kind of embarrassed, but I knew that I needed to get new tires for my truck. Out of the blue, my uncle texted me, and the conversation went a little bit like this. Hey, are you free around 4:30 today? Yeah, I'm free. Why, what's up? Okay, cool. I set an appointment up for you at Bell Tire. And I knew immediately why I had an appointment. And I was just like, oh, hey, I ain't really got Bell Tire money like that, you know. And my uncle was just like, you have an appointment at 4:30. Don't be late. So I go to Bell Tire. I was like, okay, so my uncle's probably just gonna get me used tires, you know, just to get me through the winter. So, you know, they finished up putting the tires on. I get my receipt, didn't even look at it. Then I'm walking back out to my car and I'm like, I looked at my receipt. My uncle got me brand new tires. Before, I would reject stuff like that, but I didn't realize that I was low-key telling money that I didn't want it. This was the first time that I said, you know what, I'm going to accept this help. In doing that, I was now allowing more money to come in. Granted, I did pay my uncle back. It took me an embarrassingly long time to pay him back, but I'm gonna chalk that up as a win. This was one of the first times that I started to manifest money, and it just kept going up and up and up from there. Story number 2. Now, if you haven't already noticed by the extraness of this video, I am a video editor, but at one point in time, I was dealing with a MacBook Pro that just wasn't powerful enough to deal with all the effects and the heavy footage that I was using. It was a struggle to get my work done, and I was losing money because I really couldn't knock the stuff out the way that I needed to. And like I said before, my bank account was bald head, so there was really nothing that I could do about it. Then out of the blue, once again, a good friend of mine found out about the struggle. He was like, I got this old laptop that I haven't been using. It's just been picking up dust. If you want it, you can have it. You know, he gave me a price, and of course I had to do the, you know, I ain't got that type of money. And he was just like, I ain't tripping about it. Pay me when you can. Because it took me an embarrassingly long time to pay this man back. When I actually paid him back, he was like, oh, you still owe me for that? I wasn't even checking for it. And I was able to get my work done, and I was able to get ahead, you know, because somebody decided to help me out, and I accepted the help. Now, once story number 3 hits, things started to get a little bit crazy. So earlier that year, I had the privilege of having a speaking role on Chicago PD. Super proud of it. Y'all want to check it out? Let me know. Now, when you initially go in to shoot for the first time, they pay you up front for the session. And then they have what are called residuals. I get this check in the mail. I open this letter up, and it was more than the initial amount that they paid me up front. Like, I was just kind of like, y'all for real? Money like me real bad. Like, money like me real bad. But believe it or not, story number 4 is even crazier. So now that we are at story number 4, I'll tell you, at this point, I was just kind of blown away. But then the YouTube algorithm started algorithming. Anyway, this video that I really didn't put much effort into just started to gain traction on YouTube. Once again, everything is out of the blue, now that I realize it. Like, all of this stuff was just like out of the damn blue. Part of me was just kind of like, that's the video that people want to see? Like, if it were up to me, I would have had a much better video go viral. At the end of the day, I can't be mad at it because that video paid the mortgage for about 8 months or so, 8 or 9 months. So So then at that point, I was just like, okay, everything that I have been doing to manifest money has been working. So now we got to answer the question of how you guys can do the same thing. Let's get into it. So what did I end up doing to manifest all of this money without having a job? Well, it's actually quite simple. All that I was doing was meditating daily and reciting affirmations. But the one important thing is... glasses on. You know you can't see without your glasses? Oh, and they have been crooked on your face the entire video. What? Yeah. And y'all didn't tell me that my glasses was crooked the whole... Y'all don't love me. Anyway, we're gonna keep it moving. Pretty much all that I was doing was waking up every morning. First thing I would do is to recite my affirmations for money, and then I had to start believing and relaxing and trusting the process and trusting that I would in fact start to manifest that money. And then it started off slow and then it started to accumulate. So I always say when it comes to manifesting things like that, first you'll notice that you feel better. Then you'll start seeing certain synchronicities, like you'll say something about like a yellow car and then all of a sudden you'll see a yellow car. Like the money isn't necessarily going to just show up the next day. It can, it's possible, but like it's a gradual thing, you know what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. If you are having issues with believing, because that is a key factor, believing, trusting the process, and just being able to relax and chill out, then you will be blocking some things. You do need to be receptive and feeling as though you deserve to receive those funds. But if you're having trouble with self-worth, self-confidence, or even believing your affirmations, check out this video here. I think it'll be very, very helpful for you. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired, stay empowered, and stay beautiful.